that simple.
And so the bottom line here of what to understand is that 84% of our revenue opportunity comes at a cap of a 2% increase per year. 50% of our costs is that instructional piece. Another 20% of it is benefit. Those are subject to, the big chunk of that is the labor negotiations between the administrators and the Education Association, which are growing at double that 2% number. In order to sustain this moving forward, we have to get more than the 2% increase in our revenue on an annual basis. And the opportunity for the district to do that is to shift away from only accepting the 2% maximum cap from the state and shifting the budget to a public vote where we could put together a budget that is deemed fair and equitable and what we think is appropriate and in parity with what we've been able to provide year after year from the district, and bring it to the public for a vote with information, with education on what that information is, the same as we do with any budget presentation, and ask the public to vote on it. The public vote there could be a yes or a no, just like it was with the referendum, a yes or a no. We were hopeful for a yes, it was a no, we have to move forward from there. An annual budget, same thing, a yes or a no. A yes, it comes back to the district and the tax levy is adjusted accordingly to fund the budget the way it's approved. A no shifts responsibility then into the town council that would work hopefully in partnership with the district to look closely at that budget, again, gain education and insight as to why the numbers are being asked for. Maybe there's adjustments that go up, that go down, that hold it the same. And then another opportunity, if we're not comfortable or happy with the partnership with the town on being able to satisfy the needs of the budget, then we have the opportunity to go to the county commissioner and have the county look at the budget proposal and approve it or not approve it. So there's these layers to try and get a budget that would exceed the 2% cap. And if it came back a no, then we would have to look at going,
Prioritizing.
taking those over adequacy items and shifting down to what we could afford based on the money that we have opportunity to spend. So we want to give the public the opportunity to partner with the school district in what do they want their education to look like for the kids that are in the district. So the board business that is upcoming in June is a resolution that would give, the board would give approval to the district to go to the county and apply to shift budget approval into the April voting cycle for next year. And it would hold, I believe, for about a 5-year period. No, that can be reviewed year after year, can be pulled back or whatever. It's not a commitment. All right. So we would shift to that and see what it looks like. So does the committee have any questions or clarifications? We've been going over this the last couple of committee meetings, you know, so now we're getting to the point where we're going into board business with it, with a resolution that'll present next board meeting.
I'm not in favor of it.
Okay.
I'm in favor of keeping it to November. I'm afraid when it goes to April and you go over the cap, people are going to see how much more might be in their taxes. And if it fails, you're losing $100,000 that we spent instead of piggybacking on the November election. And I've seen it years in the past, going back and losing and going to the town council and knowing what had to be cut, and it's what we're talking about. The non-adequacy, Ms. Chandler was talking about, that we had to cut certain things, and if you have to, you have to. I mean, there's nothing.
Right, but we're looking to have the voice of the public in whether they want that or not.
I understand, but I personally don't believe in it.
So who do you think should make the decision on what should be cut? Because I mean, we're talking about staff cuts. That's the first thing that's going to go. Probably 40, 50, 60 jobs that if we had to balance the budget this year, that's what it would have been. So,
Isn't that the number you used for the teachers on how to do their benefits too?
no, but that was to balance the budget based on what the benefits expense was going to
Right.
Which is
shift
part of
down.
it, which is part of the cost of
So
the.
where's the 40 and 50 teachers that would have to go if we shift
Because
to
we've
April?
now committed
Actually,
to
be more.
a
It
labor
would be
contract
more.
that's in double of the 2%
Right.
growth. 2% of your 70% of the monies that you
Mhm.
spend, we don't have, it's gone. We don't have access to get that money, so.
So in balancing next budget, so in balancing next year, I already know that we need approximately 720,000, approximately, don't quote me, in order to balance the budget based upon no other costs, based upon leaving everything as is, keeping our current employees, keeping our current, employees' annual salaries. And that doesn't include the fact that, we didn't pass the referendum, so now we have to sit down with Mr. Tague, which was not on this, which will be additional, what part of the roof do we have to move forward with? What part of the HVAC do we have to move forward with? So when we talk about prioritizing, there's no way to sustain the teachers. Teachers used to equate, a first-year teacher would equate with health insurance, it used to equate almost $80,000-$90,000. Since the health insurance cost has come down a little bit, they may only equate $70,000, correct me. So if they only equate $70,000 and I need $720,000, if we were to go staff only, that's 100 teachers. And I'm not saying that is not what I'm saying, I'm just trying to give you an idea. Busing saves a couple $100,000. We started looking at supplies, we're working with the teachers, we're working with the principals. We just cut back on $200,000 worth of cost on supplies. Not every teacher's gonna get what they need, but we wanna make sure there's no overages. So we're at a point now where we know that we cannot sustain what we need to sustain within the 2% cap. It's numerically not possible.
And